Alright, time for another Legion Mate episode spectacular Lamathon. Vanguard episode 155? Yeah, 155.
Doesn't matter.
165, 165, whatever. Legion Mate 2. He continues to be good. And that's it. Goodbye, everybody. But no, seriously, the plot is going as we expected.
It's moving about as quickly as you can imagine for it not having changed scenery yet.
Yeah. Literally taking place right after episode 1. Kai is now going to take on Misaki to try to get her memory of Aichi back. And, well, that's long and short is what the episode is. Pretty simple.
Let's be honest, the card game wasn't important.
Okay, it really wasn't. Even they must have known it wasn't important, especially with that little wingle thing that happened.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of confusion at one point in the episode where it looked like when you Legion you got 2 crit, which would make sense since it's 2 cards and you're combining their 2 powers. What it actually was in about 3 flames they flashed trigger
Frames.
frames.
Yeah, for those who don't, read the cards as they come up in the preview, stuff in the books or whatever, it is just the 1 crit. They just flashed the crit by though, the crit trigger, really fast.
And in the corner of the screen.
Because they wanted all the budget on Wingal.
Yeah, that's
Just
like
getting in there.
Yeah. In case you're wondering where all the budget for Buddy Fight went, it went into Wingel's run cycle and Kai's hair.
His
And-
run cycle was actually really
And updating Misaki's sexy meter. Yep.
Misaki. You're combining the 2 most top tier things.
Hey, you were saying
It's
something?
surprising they didn't do it sooner.
I just really loved the owl at one point that was like,
Oh, yeah, I was like,
what's
whoa.
this guy doing over here behind us?
What's this ghost doing here?
I don't know, what's going on?
No, it's like Vanguard can't even take its budget from Buddy Fight because they're 2 completely different studios.
Or
Well,
can they?
Bushiroad is the one paying both the
Yeah.
studios. It could be giving
They
more
take the
to
money,
one.
take away money from Buddy Fight Fund and add it to Vanguard.
So, yeah, it can take the budget.
Told you. But yeah, I guess we'll just straight up say our opinions on it before we go into the actual rest of the episode, because even though a lot of important things happened, it really wasn't a lot to talk about.
It kind of was rinse repeat of the first episode of no one remembers Aichi. Kai beats their face in so they remember Aichi.
Yep.
Except this time it's Droll versus Droll.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't hate these characters, but they aren't very...
These 2 characters who are
animated.
known to not do much, which is another thing that really made this episode very interesting. They actually had some animation and some more defined expressions, as you can tell by Kai here.
Yeah, there was though a lot of camera pans to imply movement.
Well, that's what Vanguard does. It saves on animation by making it look like things are happening.
It just pans slowly.
It's what they've always done ever since season 2.
Yeah. One thing though is that I thought was interesting is we learned Kai's a really good listener.
Yeah, he must be, because the only way he would have known about Misaki's first fight would be if Aichi told him, which I believe he would.
I
Aichi's the
believe it.
sorts.
So
Flashback to, hey,
I got
our
it.
club meets here.
I wouldn't be surprised if Aichi tells him about everything that happens.
So while Kai doesn't know a lot about people, like he only knew Misaki as that girl who
With
had
the
little
memory.
He at least remembers what Aichi said, so he's a really good listener. So he at least cares, which kind of makes him like to me. I think that's
Actually,
a
this
good
whole
character.
episode, this episode did have another good thing. It did. It showed people who think Kai has been a jerk this whole time that they're kind of stupid. Because he hasn't actually done anything wrong in any of the seasons until season 3. And that's
Even
because
then, it wasn't really his intention.
it just turned out that way. Which is basically his character in a nutshell.
I try.
I try, and
Something
then
goes
something
wrong.
goes horribly wrong. And then I try to make up for it.
And never do.
Yep. Because more
plot
bad things keep
armor.
happening.
More like anti-plot armor.
Well, this
He's not
season-
allowed to win.
This season is basically Kai's redemption this season. And so far it's doing a really good job of showing that, yeah, he wants to redeem himself, and he's doing a pretty good job of doing it.
Yeah, he's able to touch people he doesn't even usually talk to. And they touch in a good way, not in a Kiri way.
Well, let's not go that far. Gratuitous use of the word mate is already...
Yes, I'll go back to
setting
this
up the
again.
flags.
I'll go back to that again because that subtitle is so good.
Yeah, I kind of made a joke mid-episode, and I remember you yelled at me because you're like, Em, you just ruined a beautiful moment.
It did because you were going on the wrong kind of mate. Like, for those of you who probably actually don't know, mate does not just mean lover.
Good night, Mike.
It's
Yeah.
a lot less strange to the Brits and Australians.
Exactly. They probably won't even notice it that much. But freaking Americans and their lewd minds, will automatically assume it means the other thing.
Surely Misaki will become my new mate.
Yeah, there must be some kind of big orgy going on in this show under those pretenses,
Oh man, it's Kai's harem this season.
including the cards, having sex with cards and women and men alike.
So good.
There's a lot of muscle lover.
Yeah, here they started tapping into the flaws of the mind wipe job,
Yep.
playing on key moments in character history.
Where it's like they have to address the fact that they were doing something with Aichi, but they don't remember the Aichi part. So when they're forced to remember the occasion and that, obvious hole is there, they kind of have a freak out.
And then it gets filled in by the power of,
Blaster Blade.
yeah, basically.
It's like, that's actually another good thing I liked about this so far. It isn't the power of card games that is necessarily doing it. It's the power of the card that is the guy who's now missing's signature. It's what he has been identified with.
I existed.
Yeah, it's it's literally like the episode, like the season 1 second opening. It's the proof of his existence that you can believe in.
Yeah.
Like it is like, and it works really well because as soon as it's played, it just like forces that empty spot into their head. Although it does beg one question: if it's just like certain spots, and the memory is just like blocked out, how does Emmy just not know she ever had a brother at all? She thinks he's the only child.
Well,
You'd think that enough things happened that she would
Apparently not.
notice some obvious holes.
Well, you're
her
forgetting
whole
one
morning
thing.
routine doesn't exist
Her-
anymore.
Yeah, her whole morning routine does not exist, and she doesn't even question why.
The reason why is because Emmy's a bitch.
It's possible. Emmy doesn't actually remember him existing because he doesn't want to remember.
Oh yeah, I had a brother.
Which actually brings up another thing I thought about. If Kai's the only one who remembered and it was Misaki or Naoki who disappeared,
Well,
would
they're
anyone
fucked
care?
forever because they kind of didn't touch as many people as this kid did.
Yeah, Aichi brought their whole group of friends together. Misaki's really just kind of there.
She's the bum.
Naoki is probably only be missed by Shingo.
I miss Naoki so much. He is
I'm not
still
talking
my
about.
favorite
I'm not
character.
talking about here in our world.
Talking about this
I know.
universe.
If Misaki went missing and no one
There
cared
would
in
be-
this
no,
show, everyone would care here.
Everyone would care here because everyone can't stop jerking off to her. But in their world, she does nothing with anybody. She would just. No one would even look for her. He barely even remembered her until he's like, "Oh wait, I need someone who would possibly remember." Oh wait, I know who would do it.
Shin to remember
Isn't there
her.
some girl who works at the card store with a really good memory?
Afternoon nap.
Just priceless when Navi's all, wait, you know her well? Yes, I do.
You remember her?
You could have fooled me.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Naoki had some great moments in this.
Naoki is always the great moment, man. He steals the show half the time in this season so
I
far.
loved his one
Even if it's
animation
2
where he was just
episodes.
like,
Yeah, that was
How about
weird.
that forced relationship upgrade?
Yeah. He doesn't even know how to react.
Just Misaki is fine.
I don't think I can do that.
Yep.
Oh man, like yeah, basically that's what this whole episode was in a nutshell. Just character advancement, which is not a bad thing.
What's
In
a little
fact-
break? Now hold on a minute. You were screaming that the whole last season. Something's wrong.
I don't think he was more didn't know what it was as much as he was surprised it was there.
He was surprised the fact that Genesis was a clan, and he had no idea what to do with it.
Oh, you're very fair. I don't think Naoki and Misaki ever actually did fight each other.
No.
No.
So I guess he
did watch
It's
the
still
one
those
fight.
beginning stages where they're
might not have been paying attention.
trying to pander to the newcomers a bit more.
I guess
This
we,
is how the game is.
Well, they almost explained the game twice. And Misaki was like, no, I already know the rules. Alright, then let's get started.
like, I think maybe we can just chalk this one up to Naoki's memories still coming back to him a little bit.
I'm going to chalk it up to he's an idiot who's never fought Misaki before, therefore have no actual reason to know what they do.
Good point.
Because he never fought them before. Why would he know?
Man, that's so weird. What with being in the same club and all.
The same club never actually fight, yeah.
Oh,
I
the
mean-
club never existed, guys.
It's like how
He played against Aichi, he's played against Korine, he's played against Singo many times. He's played against Kai, he played against Suiko twice. It's just no one who,
How?
just never Misaki.
Saki's not important.
She doesn't hunt for card games.
Yeah.
She just rises to the occasion.
Oh, one thing I loved though was he was like, "Do you remember the clan you played before, Jenna?" She's like, "Oh, Oracle Think Tank." Are you saying I should go back to Oracle Think Tank? He's like, "No, no, no, no."
No, he's suggesting I switch out in the middle of a match.
Yeah.
And he's like, no. That was only there to say, oh yeah, you had this other thing, and people are kind of mad you just don't use it anymore. Like a
Hey,
terrible
I'm not
person.
A monster. I didn't get rid of it. It's just in my room.
Ever.
Oh man, it's there until Rojiro decides, hey, remember that clan? Let's give it things again.
Not allowed to. Only Battle Sisters.
They probably will go back to it after this season.
It's possible. Or
Mid-season switch.
maybe if we're lucky, this will be the last season with these characters, and we can do the smart thing and move on.
To Aichi's son.
Not that far, Em.
I mean,
I'm. Oh, that's what they were teasing in season 2 with that ending.
Word. Guys, please.
But no, it's not even necessarily that. I mean, look at Digimon. Look at Yu-Gi-Oh. They change their characters every 3 years, 4 years.
Yes.
Ish.
It's like, yeah, after this season, just Aichi's back. Everyone's a happy family again. New cast of characters.
It's what they should have done with Pokemon all this time.
Yeah, that's why I didn't mention Pokemon, because that's the example of what not to do.
Thinking back, I'm pretty sure seasons 4 and 5 were both greenlit at the same time.
Yeah, I believe you mentioned that.
I sort of think we're gonna get one more with Aichi and the crew before they get bored.
I won't mind them having one more. I just hope they don't go the Pokemon route,
Yeah.
where it's just them for 20 years. Because they're growing up.
Time
You already
does
know they
pass,
are.
and
So it's like, unless they want him to be like the 30-year-old card player with the voice of a 15-year-old girl.
Also, Aichi's manly voice.
Yeah, I think one of the at the end, because I forgot there are stingers. Only this stinger happened before the ending.
I think it's because they realized no one waited till the
Yeah,
end.
no one watches until the end because they have things to do. Aichi's, still, I guess, unconscious.
I don't even know what's going on with him. We just hear the couple of the knights scheming. Hey
And
guys, people are remembering. What, why, how.
I
This
have-
isn't supposed
and
to...
one of them has a voice that, if you listen closely, you can almost kind of hear him peter into Aichi voice. So I think one of the knights, most likely the one using the Gold Paladins, has Aichi's voice actor as that. Because if those for you who don't remember, this one like radio cast that happened a while back, Aichi's voice actor from season 1 to now has always been like a almost 30-year-old man with a actually somewhat deep voice, but he can make his voice sound like a 15-year-old girl.
And green.
No, even higher pitched than that. It sounds like a woman, but he's not a
His
woman.
singing voice, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yonaga Tsubasa.
Yeah, him.
He made a card once.
I have wild mass guessing though for what Aichi is doing. Link Joker's supposed to still be in this season, correct?
Maybe.
That's what
Maybe
we were.
as a last
I know.
ditch effort, they possessed Aichi as they
I
were going
want
into
to
the
say
He was
that,
a candidate.
but then he said flat out at the end that he could feel the Link Joker's power leaving his body.
Yeah.
So he said it was leaving him. And
We'll
then
get our explanations in due time.
Yeah.
yeah, we will. I'm just thinking it like he's just laying there unconscious the whole time, and no one's like helping him or feeding him. He's just kind of like wasting away.
That outfit, though, he's got to be the boss of the operation.
Or maybe he's a sacrifice for the real boss, and he's just the body.
Well, he is a virgin.
As far as we know.
Implying something, Elliot?
Maybe.
Totally had dirty, naughty sex in the closet with Misaki
No.
after the club one night.
No. That's
You
what
are
he did
weird,
with
Em.
Kai.
Corey and a
Shut up,
bunch of
Em.
them. There.
Oh!
And Elliot, you're terrible. Both of you are terrible.
Well, I'll explain why Corian's gone too.
But we know why she's gone. They said why.
Maybe he's just fondled Kai when he was sleeping one time on that bench.
You guys are getting weird here.
Okay, I'm done.
Let's
The
go.
only one
Bring
who
it.
knows it's the cats.
Catacino. My theory is that the
I'm
cat
done.
is the only other one who hasn't had its
You're
memory
done?
erased. It knows Aichi still.
Shut up,
Zip it.
Emily. All right, that's another one for the list.
Cat final boss. Fund it.
Like we thought it was in season 2,
Yes.
with the kit with the bat wings.
It was really just in front of a TV screen. Rused.
All right. So anyway, I guess we will just go to our final opinions since you guys are just going into shipping now. Elliot.
Oh God, what was the preview? Oh, right. Shingo. No one cares.
No one gives a crap. Final opinions.
We just get to see more brawlers. That's all we care about.
Yeah, let's advertise the other trial tech, and that's what the episode's gonna be. But, it's gonna go through these initial things, and you can't really help it. As long as the pacing stays the way it is, we'll be fine.
Okay. You.
I thought it was a really good episode. I thought there was a lot of character building that we haven't really seen since season 1, which
Yeah.
is really nice.
I agree with that. It's because in the first 3 seasons, Aichi was the only one who allowed to have real big character development, and Kai got minor character development because the plot needed him to have some for what was going to happen later.
And I was right about the
I'm hoping the way that the season is pacing out is that we will get more of a focus on the group in general, because it seems to be with all of, especially with the ending, it seems like a very group dynamic, and being Legion, that makes
It
sense.
is supposed to be a big team effort, so that's what we're hoping for. And if they do that, it'll be great because I mean,
Opening
there's a
suggests they are a ranger team.
Kai, Ranger Red!
but it's important, especially when you think about how many characters this show has
Yeah.
No?
in such a short amount of time.
Who knows, man? They're gonna expand, probably.
What are you guys saying over there?
Would that make Naoki the Orange Ranger, and then Misaki pink?
She's green.
Ha ha, pink.
No, like
The-
yellow at a stretch. But
No, she could be the Green Ranger. Nobody's gonna care. Other than the porn.
Either way,
Wearing all black, Black Ranger, deal with it, nerd. Anyway, yeah, so I guess that's our opinions. Sorry for the OTP derailment over there.
love you.
it had to be done one day.
Just get it out of our systems.
But yeah, so next win will be Shingo, and I think that sets up their
Shingo
group.
Naoki, and they might meet one of the knights because
Because that's,
plot is moving.
that's what I mean, after Shingo gets collected, that's
Miwa.
everyone. Oh yeah, Miwa, right, Miwa and Ren.
Kamui, etc. until everyone is lined up.
Yep, so that sounds about right. So, yeah, I guess until next time, everybody.
Musketeers.
One of the bad guys will use it. You wait for the Grass Elite Four. Remember.
Shut your face.
Soon.
It's in Booster 16.
I
It
know
won't be that long.
I just want to know so bad.
Stop.
Don't make me come over there.
Okay.
Don't think you just come holding the camera. I won't come over there. Alright, so until next time, everybody, stay matey with each other. Mate with each other if you must. And get legions to mate with. Bye, everybody.
Pokemon breeding.